Imagine this government of all the governments in the history of Ontario, saying that school boards can't manage money and are essentially doing shady things. Imagine a government that in 2027 is going to hit an absolutely incredible milestone, $500 billion debt. And you know, school boards, like municipalities, by law have to balance budgets. But this government, like the federal government, can just print money. And the way they treat money, they treat it like confetti. I mean, they throw it all over the place. They don't care. They have no respect for taxpayer money. It's a takeover. It's to silence trustees, democratically elected trustees, and replace them with who? What they're doing is bringing in these supervisors. Now, I'm not going to name them, but do you know how much these supervisors are getting paid? So they bring people in with 3 stated objectives. Objective number 1, drink coffee. Objective number 2, fire educators. Objective number 3, cut programming. In fact, they actually put on their job call a picture of Edward Scissorhands to try to show and encourage what they expect from these people, because these democratically elected trustees can't go in there and just fire everybody and reduce education, because who wants that? Certainly not the parents, certainly not the students. So what do? You $2,000 a day. These supervisors, their friends that are appointed, right, by a government that loves control, are going to be making up to $350,000 a year to essentially fire people and cut programming. Now, I mean, what kind of management are these guys doing? And the final thing I want to talk about, because if you think that this is bad for education, the decisions these directors are making, these supervisors that have come in, their friends, don't take it from me, but I want to give a perfect example of an incredible program at the Toronto Catholic District School Board that they're cutting. It's called the International Languages Program. Imagine that for 50 years, 44 schools in the Toronto Catholic District School Board offered this incredible specialized program. And of course, all schools have something great to offer. But in these schools, students were learning other languages. Guess what? In other countries around the world, they're learning English as a second or a third language. Let's give students here a leg up. Let's do something great. And so what did the supervisor decide to do? A friend that they chose? Cut it, right? Cut it. Get the scissors out and cut that. Fire educators. I want to know from this government what it is about the Italian, Spanish, Portuguese language and the many others that are not worth learning during school hours, because I don't understand. And you know what? The parents and the students are sick and tired of this, and they're so disappointed. In fact, these programs exist in many other boards. So all that we've seen so far is that the Toronto Catholic Board has cut it. But what other boards are going to start cutting programs like this? There's so many programs that are on the cutting block. So if this is a bad idea, don't take it from me. I want to let you hear from some great people that have reached out to say they're so disappointed. I want you to hear from Ashley Ellis and her daughter Leah from St. Simon Catholic School. Ashley, the mother, says, I love that my children gets to experience learning another language. Our family is Irish and Serbian, so this is not about it being personal to us. It is about celebrating the diversity of the community we live in. It is a blessing that we would hate to see disappear because of this government. Her daughter, age 6, grade 1 at St. Simon Catholic School, her name is Leah. She said, I love that Signora teaches us Italian. I like learning new languages and learning Italian. Thank you, Leah. Joel, Larissa, and Gabriel from the St. Jude Catholic School community. Here's what they have to say. This situation has been really upsetting for my family. My son has been taking Italian at St. Jude Catholic School since JK, and it's meant so much to him. Not just learning a language, but feeling connected to who he is and where he comes from. To have this program suddenly taken away without anyone asking parents or students how we feel just doesn't sit right. It's also hard to accept that teachers who have given so much to these kids could lose their jobs like this. These are people who care, who show up every day, and who have made a real difference in our children's lives. This program matters to us, and the way this decision was made feels unfair and rushed. Our voices should have been part of it. Well, it wasn't. And this government loves making decisions behind closed doors. Francesca B., who has 2 children attending St. Margherita of Città di Castello Catholic School, What did she say? My son and daughter truly enjoy participating in the Italian as a second language program at their school. The work they receive is meaningful and clearly reflects the curriculum, helping them build strong language skills while also deepening their understanding of their culture and traditions. They look forward to their lessons and take pride in what they are learning. Research has consistently shown that children who learn a second language tend to be more successful academically and cognitively, regardless of the language they study, making this program an incredibly valuable part of their education. Alessandra Bicknell, whose son attends St. Roch's Catholic School. My son has always loved Italian class at St. Roch's, and I was looking forward to my younger son joining him. It's a great way to help educate our younger generation with international languages that they may use in the future. Andrew, father to a student at St. Simon's Catholic School. Our son looked forward to these classes, regularly sharing his progress and proud of his achievements. His ability to speak a new language was growing, and as we took him to the country, he was able to interact and better appreciate the experience. His mind was stretched learning a new language in a different way than the current curriculum does. Tavis Hopper, who has a daughter in SK at St. Roch's Catholic School. My daughter is now in SK at St. Roch Catholic School, and she has been taking Italian for 2 years. She comes home radiating joy, excitedly recounting the songs she's learned, the words she can now say, and the little moments from her lessons that clearly spark her curiosity. Learning another language at such a young age has not only supported her development, but has also given her confidence and a genuine love of learning, along with the shared enjoyment of learning about a different culture. And finally, let's hear from Manuela B., who has a daughter in the Toronto Catholic District School Board. She said, our daughter enjoyed learning Italian at school. The benefits clearly visible. Watching her make connections between English and Italian words and figuring out meanings using what she's learned is invaluable to her educational success. Speaker, the stories roll in and in. I met someone who said her son's favorite time in school, the 30 minutes he was given to learn Italian. He's not even Italian. Another one, to learn Spanish. The favorite courses. In fact, learning Spanish for this other student turned around his entire feelings about school. And now, as a young adult, he speaks Spanish. This is the face of education in this government, this Conservative government. It's about firing educators. It's about cuts to programming and then packaging it as improving education, as if they are making things better. A government that can't be trusted with taxpayer money is criticizing elected trustees who are balancing budgets every single year. All they're doing is making things worse in the province of Ontario. They need to do better. We talk, all of us, about how important the students are for our future. We should be giving them an education that every Ontarian should be proud of. And the decisions, the shameful decisions that some of these supervisors are making, the programming cuts that are disappointing parents and disappointing children across this province, it's got to stop. Do better. Thank you.